So hello everyone, my name is Sudeep Bhatrai and I'm going to discuss about the Facebook AI research and what Facebook are researching in which areas and what they are doing in AI and what impact they are having with the research in AI. So let's get started. So first of all, I would want to say that Facebook has invested a lot of resources in computer vision. So what they are trying to do is to train the computers to gain higher level of understanding by providing the visual data. So how they are getting this visual data? So they are getting this visual data from visual sensors, which are from images and videos, which are uploaded to Facebook, other sources. So from these digital images and videos, they are getting all these visuals to train the AI models. So what they are trying to do is to automate the system as humans do by visual words. So like recognizing people. One of the example is when we use Facebook, sometimes in the pictures, the Facebook AI automatically tag the people just by looking at their faces. So that's one of the important areas where computer vision comes to play. So next is conversational AI. So basically conversational AI is the AI which is being researched by Facebook to make the AI chatbots more interactive. What they are trying to do is they are trying to develop a conversational AI which will be able to converse with people in many ways according to the tone and context of conversation. So what conversation AI will be able to do is they're going to give various responses on the spot. So they are not gonna, so they're gonna um, analyze the tone, analyze the context of the conversation, and according to the context and tone, they will give feedback to the users so that user can have great experiences. So this conversational AI will create highly interactive conversation and very personalized to the user. Next is integrity. So integrity is basically securing the safety of the users on the various platforms that are made by Facebook like Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. So what researchers are doing in this area are they are mostly focused on the security of people on Facebook platform. This area is integrated with many other research fields such as deep learning, computer vision, conversational AI to detect the misinformation and scams that happens in the Facebook platform. It also trains the system to analyze the integrity of profiles of people so they can depend or they can rank the people according to their activities on the Facebook. Another important aspect of this research is this AI can be used to keep the data of users safe from hackers or any unauthorized activity. So next research area where Facebook is investing a lot of money is natural language processing. So basically natural language processing is the ability of AI to process the natural language that is spoken by humans and provide the feedback according to the tone of the language or the different slangs or different accents of the language. So AI are able to detect these accents, these slangs, and according to these parameters, they can give feedback to the users. So natural language processing helps to remove the barriers between people who are different, who speak different languages or are from different ethnicity or different countries. So one of the example we can see in the messenger, when we type some messages, sometimes it will autofill the rest of the messages. So this is one of the natural language processing, or sometimes according to your uh, writing context or according to your words you use, they can detect what kind of mood are you in or what kind of um, um, conversation you are having with another people, and they can give feedback according to you. This is one of the highest demanding uh, AI, so they have to put a lot of information to the AI, and it also involves a lot of deep learning and neural networks. Another is ranking and recommendation system. So ranking and recommendation system is same as like other companies like Amazon, where they give or they rank or recommend things, people, a news feed to the users according to their interest. So you can see sometimes like in Facebook, we get news feed according to according to which are subjects which we are interested in. If we're interested in politics, then we'll get a lot of news from politics. If we're interested in sports, then we'll get a lot of news from sports. So that's how a ranking and recommendation system or AI of Facebook works. So this can help user to reach out to many businesses and companies which they have not heard about. So this helps small businesses as well as large businesses. Another is system research. So basically all the AI models, machine learning, deep learning are based on the mathematical models, hardware and software that governs them. So these are all underlying infrastructures that helps them to develop AI, which is gonna go further to enhance the user experience in different areas. So basically system research is the area in which Facebook is researching about the frontiers of machine learning and deep learning. They focus on areas how to improve the underlying model, hardware, software that governs artificial intelligence. They focus on areas like parallel computing, programming languages, using AI, optimization, distributed computing. So this research helps Facebook various research areas to train machine and yield predicted output more accurate and precise. So after that, we have seen all these research areas in which Facebook are researching. So but what are some of the projects and what are the impacts of these projects? One of the first project is generating biographies. So we know as Wikipedia is one of the great source of information, and they are kind of validated by a lot of people like professor, academics, people working in the industry. So what Facebook is trying to do is they're going to extract all the information from the Wikipedia, and according to this data they retrieve from the Wikipedia, they can train the AI models, which is going to help to generate the biographies of public figure. So one of the most important impact of these generating biographies is they can use these biographies to evaluate the model performance on real biographies. Another area where Facebook is working with the New York University Langone Health department. So what they are doing is they are working together to accelerate the MRIs of patients without decreasing the quality of image. So they are trying to speed up the scanning process so that it can improve the overall experience of the patient. Next is Open Catalyst project. This is one of my best. So as we know, our world is suffering from climate change. There are a lot of unpredicted weather and climates every year, and glaciers are getting melted, sea levels are rising. So what Facebook is trying to do to tackle this issue is they are working with Department of Chemical Engineering of Carnegie Mellon University. So what they are so the scientist working in that department is using the AI developed by the Facebook to simulate the quantum mechanics 1,000 times faster to find the efficient solution to use renewable energy and store them. So obviously this will have a high impact on the climate change and bring sustainable solution to use renewable energy effectively. So another one of the main project of Facebook is Wake to Wake project. So this project is basically used to recognize the speech more efficiently, which means that the tone of the speech, the mood of the speech. So according to the recognition, they can provide the feedback to the user, or they can give the appropriate responses to the user. One of the most important factor of Web to Wake project is that they don't need a lot of label data. So it's a lot of unsupervised machine learning. So obviously this has a huge impact on the languages that are less represented in the community. So a lot of languages are spoken all over the world. So with some languages which are not spoken often, this AI can detect those languages and can detect the tone of the languages and provide appropriate responses. So this is gonna remove the barriers between the people of different ethnicity. So after doing all this research, I have done some analysis on my own. So first thing, I understood that there are many areas of AI in which Facebook is investing resources to improve the AI models. I found out that these areas include computer vision, conversational AI that overlooks the integrity of information and secure the private data of users. There are also many research areas in natural processing language, which helps to reduce the barriers between people of different countries and ethnicities. They have also ranked and recommended system that helps to curate tailor-made advertisements interest of people and person to the user, which overall increases the user experience in the social platforms. They have also researchers looking into systems that lay the foundation of these AI models, which is also called system research. They help to improve the learning and prediction efficiency of these models by improving the software and hardware and optimization. They have also been researching on parallel computing, programming languages, and optimization process. So overall, they are investing a lot of resources in various fields, AI, and they are not just combining maths or science. They are combining all aspects of our society, like economics, linguistics, and math, science, technology, um, to train their model, and this model can help them to achieve their goals. So, and another thing I found is that they have been investing in various projects, working with hospitals and universities to have global impact. They have been investing in AI to write biographies of public figures. As we have seen earlier before, they have been also invested in a recognition system AI called Web2Vec. And finally, I think Open Catalyst is by far the most impactful AI research, which will help to reduce the climate change that's happening in the world, because it's one of the most pressing issue nowadays. So that's all. Thank you so much. Have a good day.